Hey, how are you? Welcome back to my series of our everyday looks amplified. And if this is your first video, definitely check out the other ones. I will link them for you. This look today is not only just this like beautiful, natural, glossy look with these kind of slight rosy like earth tones, but the best part about all of this is that it is such a on the go look. Just flip those words around for a second. So if you're the type of person that needs to do your makeup not at home, or you just typically are just running out the door, on the bus, on the train, safely when you're parked, parking lot, just whatever, things like that. If that is you, this tutorial is perfect for you. All the products are super on the go friendly, even travel friendly. Like, I mean, if we're talking like straight up going on airplanes and stuff. But for example, I'm holding every single product that I put all over my face to create such a great everyday neutral look that could just look good on anyone. If you're interested in which products really just like rock this kind of style and just those really specific needs that so many people have, definitely stay tuned. And if at the end you're like, hey, I like that, definitely subscribe and join the ride. So let's get started. Okay, you guys, so just to kick things off, as per usual, I like to let you know what I set my face with for that day, depending on the products that I'm using. So as you know, as per usual, I'm using a sample. I'm using the Caudalie, what's it called? The Vinosource Crème Sorbet. I actually used this cream probably maybe 2 years ago now, and I loved it. It was wonderful. It's really just a lightweight, water-based moisturizing cream that doesn't have silicone in it. I really love it. And so I just thought, while I was at Sephora for something else, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna grab a sample and see what I think of it. You know, it's been a long time. You know, sometimes it's fun to revisit something. So far it feels wonderful. My skin feels moist and plump. So let's move on. Let's zoom in a little bit. So I'm actually gonna start with the base today, just to get that all taken care of. So I'm going to use the NUDESTIX Nudies Tinted Blur Stick in the shade 2. If you know me, you know this is my all-time favorite foundation, but the reason why I'm not using this today is because it's a cream to powder formula that you can blend in with your fingers, like even more so travel friendly. So I am just going to draw this all over my face. Whereas I would not do that with the Makeup for Everyone because I feel like I don't have as good control of how much product I put on, whereas this one is just so dang lightweight, and that cream to powder formula is just like, I really feel like you can't put too much on. Okay, so I've swiped it all over my face, and then without thinking much about it, I can just take my clean fingers. I did just wash my hands, so that will be the trick with this. That took about, I don't know, 15 seconds to rub in. It's just such a easy formula to work with, and especially if you like that really natural finish, it just helps to blur things out a little bit. It's just that perfect like everyday product. I'm actually gonna pull out a new concealer today. I feel like this would be such a great travel friendly one as well. Lately I have been loving Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I love this one, but if this kind of came off in your purse, that would really suck because the sponge is just already sitting there wet. Whereas if this came off, at least if it wasn't like up like that, you know, you'd be a little bit better off. I don't know, maybe that's not a big deal. This is such a great product. It's really like either or, but I really just kind of wanted to try this one out. This one is full coverage. It's in the shade Light Medium Neutral. So it's the 05. Did I even say what it was? Oh, is the name not on here? I'll put the name like right here or something. We're just gonna swipe that under the eyes. It's really, really creamy. It's so comfortable to put on. And just kind of going over anything that I see that I'm like, eh. Which I mean, pretty much that's it. My skin is fairly calm right now. You could so do this routine on the train or whatever, you know. That would be ideal if you could be sitting on a train. We're just that little bit brightened. We're just kind of like going like this, you know, so easily. You know what? I did forget. I have been enjoying using concealer lately to just conceal my eyes. And so if you're just the kind of chick that only likes to do mascara, this is a great thing to do then, to just make your eye area pop a little bit more, just make it more brightened. And if you have any discoloration, like some redness or just some normal natural veins coming through, this just kind of cleans it up and just makes your mascara pop all the more. Now normally I would use my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under my eyes, but I would not want to use this for travel. Like I would never want to put a loose powder in my bag. So instead I'm going to grab my Bobbi Brown Nude Finish Illuminating Powder in the shade Nude. So this is pressed, it's easy to travel with, it has a nice magnetic shet, so it's just that satisfying, like you know it's closed, things won't dig into it. So this is where you do need to have a little bit of a tool with you. I'm grabbing this fluffy brush, just just grab your favorite powder brush, and I'm just setting this in place. Just putting the powder on the tip there, you know, that's where I'm going to just press in those creases, make sure they're smoothed over, and then I'm going to just set my under eyes here. I can already tell that this is going to be a creasing concealer for the under eyes, but hopefully setting it with this powder will make it better. We can also do a little on the top of the eyes here. Voila! Now I'm going to bronze up my face using my trusty Bobbi Brown bronzer in the shade Medium. This is another area where you do need a tool with you, so I'm going to grab this one, which is versatile. It's from Makeup Forever. You could also buy a travel set of your favorite brushes, or maybe just a couple of just the real, you know, necessity ones. This is one thing that would be pretty easy to do on the move, especially with this bronzer, I have to say. It's so easy to blend that if I was like moving around, you know, in a car, well, not a car, unless you're the passenger, which, you know, I hope you're not doing this while you're driving. I'm gonna keep this, oh boy, look at these flyaways. I'm gonna keep this on hand because this is like the one face brush we're gonna keep with us. I guess other than this one, but you know what I'm saying. Just two. I'm gonna grab just one eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to dip right back into my bronzer and just swirl it around, and I'm just going to add a little bit of definition to my eye. So in a way I'm kind of just contouring my eye. Just soften the edge. See that difference? And then I will swish it around one more time, and you can even just like pinch the brush like this and just get that under eye. Now I'm gonna get my brows on before I wrap up the eye, because I have a fun little thing that I'm gonna do with the eye that ties into the face. That's also, I just think is really cool. So I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown, it's such a long title, Perfectly Defined Long Wear Brow Pencil in the shade Mahogany. I'm picking up my phone instead of my mirror. I'm like trying to make moves, you know? I just trimmed my brow hairs this morning, so they're looking a lot more tidy, and product tends to go on a little easier once I've done that, so hopefully that will actually make this quicker as well. Okay, it's not perfect, but that's like the fastest eyebrow I've done in my life. Okay, so I've got that basic brow on. This for me actually really sets in place, so I'm going to just leave that and then come back to it in just a hot second. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do today. I'm actually going to take a lip and cheek product and do my eyes, my cheeks, and my lips all with one thing. And so I've chose the shade Mystic, which is just a great everyday, slightly rosy nude. If you can see that, it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's not totally matte. So we're going to put this all over the eye, cheeks, and lips. So I'm going to paint this all over the eyelid, because we have that bronzer there to give us that definition in the crease. This is nice and creamy, but these do set in place, which is glorious. So I just drew it on, no big deal. And then just with my pinky finger, I am just smoothing out all of the edges to make sure it is just blending seamlessly into the lash line as well as into the bronzer, the crease line. So that's another benefit of throwing some bronzer in there really quick, is that you can blend your lid color, just whatever pop of color you're feeling that day, you can just blend it in, no problem. It just makes it a lot easier. This might not be a color that you think to use right away, but it actually, just those like kind of earthy rosy tones, and just see how has that sheen, that kind of glossy editorial look almost. It actually makes a lot of eye colors pop a lot. Already I'm seeing the green in my eyes so much more. Oops, sorry. So what I did on the bottom is I just did it kind of from here to here, a little less than I did with the bronzer, so that you can still see this color first and then the bronzer kind of underneath it, you know? So just mimicking what we have on the top. Now we can do our blush. Just gonna add a bit here like this, add however much you want. And then I take my ring finger just because it's a little wider and more plush than the pinky finger. And I'm just going to press that in place. And I have to say, I love a monochromatic look. I think it's so flattering. I went a little ham. I feel like I got a little messy, so I'm gonna go back into this and just kind of go right here and right here. Just getting a little too hasty, a little too anxious. I'm gonna take a clean finger and just clean that up in here. There. Now I'm not so crazy. Okay. I like to put the lip on last, so I'm going to finish the eyes by just adding a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. It's just more of that dark brown that's more true to like the roots of my hair color. So I'm just doing a couple of strokes here and there. I'm not going in full like I did with the first color with Mahogany. Okay, so I'm just gonna be sure to wipe my fingers off. Hopefully you kind of keep a tissue or a cloth or something with you. Sorry, that might sound really loud. I apologize. Just wiping these off because I am going to highlight my face as one of the last things I do. I'm gonna use my gorgeous RMS Living Luminizer highlighter. That's a cream, and this is a green cosmetic line that is just glorious. So I just take my ring finger again that I've just cleaned up, and since this is a solid cream, you are safe. It will not leak anywhere. But of course, like any of your makeup, you don't want to leave it out where it'll be, oops, sorry, where it'll be in direct sunlight, you know? You don't want to melt and ruin your products. That actually happened to me one time where I had a pot just like this with a cream inside. It was a Becca Cosmetics under eye corrector, and it was like a kind of a peach tone. It was really brightening and just creamy. And I think I left it in my car or like in a bag in my car, something like that. For some reason, it was in my car. I don't know why. Because I rarely do my makeup in the car. Anyways, and it totally melted. So like the pot had moved on its side a little bit, you know, it wasn't just totally flat, and everything had melted in that new kind of position, and it kind of eventually, it went rancid on me like really quickly after that. Like it had that smell where it had gone bad, and so it had literally just cooked, and I just felt just really sad, and I was kind of frustrated with myself that I just kind of did that faux pas with makeup, you know? I am putting this all even towards the front of my cheeks because I just really like that glow a lot. It's just such a fresh, healthy look. You can just put this anywhere. I'm gonna put this up here, just above my brow bone, because I like to carry on from this shape right there. Taking my pinky, I'm gonna go underneath because I need slightly, you know, smaller digit to do this. So she has ones for all skin tones that will still just have that gorgeous glow effect that you want, in case you don't like this tone exactly. I don't have a problem with this disappearing on me. It does stay in place, even with like how much I like to put on, because I don't like to just put one swipe. If you've noticed, I like to go back and layer this. I would not like this product half as much if I couldn't layer it up to like this level, because this is the level I love. I think it's so pretty. Then lastly, you can just press a little onto this eye and give it that dewy, light reflecting quality, you know? So when you blink and move around, like this is so the stuff that I feel like I see online a lot in magazines. Just that fresh, dewy look. Before we pop on that lip as our final touch, we just need to do our eyelashes. So for me, I'm just not a mascara kind of gal, because my eyelashes are just don't do anything for me, and I feel like I really don't like the look of mascara only on me. So I'm going to, where are they? I'm going to throw on my favorite drugstore lashes. These are the Ardell Wispies. Super affordable. They're so realistic for daytime. Like I've gone to the orthodontist where they're like right up in my face, and I've had girls say like, "Are those your real lashes? Are those extensions?" They're good. They're good ones. So for me, I would throw these on because I find them really easy to throw on, especially if they're not a brand new pair, because I will have already trimmed them and then I just throw them on, you know, like they're really easy to work with. If you are not like that, then just do your mascara and then throw on that lip and then, you know, you're good to go. Normally I just wait and just do my lip last, but while that dries, I'll just do this. So I'll throw on a mystic on the lips. So I just like prop that right on top of my lash line. I'm wondering if it'll have a hard time sticking to the highlighter since it's so creamy. There's like castor oil in there and everything. It's wonderful. It's divine. Don't aim for perfection at all, but I just feel like I'm natural and dewy but put together and have some fun dimension, especially to the eyes. I really like this sheen, glossy look to the eyes and the face, and I'm really digging it. Okay. Denso. I'm the kind of chick that never ever neglects my lower lashes. I really feel like it adds so much to any makeup. Okay, you guys, so here is our final look. What do you think? Nice, dewy, natural, but kind of fun. You can make it so travel friendly, on the go friendly. You could put all this stuff in like a small compact makeup bag really easily, keep them tight and compact so they're not moving around a ton, because you can break makeup that way. But the beauty of all this stuff, it's like stick and cream, so they won't shatter and make a mess all over your bag. So that is it, folks. We are all donezo. I hope that this has given you some ideas and some inspiration to have yet another go-to look that is for every day, that has just a slight different look. If you're really into that glossy, glassy look, then you have a new, you know, a new look for your makeup arsenal. So if you liked it, please give me a like and let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you so much. And if you like me and what I do, please do subscribe. And I hope to see you next time as we continue our series. Take care.